Most people believe that memory loss is just a natural part of getting older. They've been told that after 50, forgetting names, losing track of conversations, and struggling to recall simple things is something you simply have to live with. But what if that's completely wrong? What if your body is not actually getting weaker, but just reacting to the wrong signals you're giving it every day? If you've been feeling mentally foggy, forgetful, or mentally exhausted by the afternoon, it's often not because your body has stopped working. It's because your internal repair system is being slowed down by a few common habits that almost everyone ignores. In today's video, I'm going to share 6 powerful drinks and habits that can help your body restore itself naturally. And make sure you stay until the end, because point number 6 is the most overlooked factor that could completely change how your brain feels. After the age of 50, your body enters a different biological phase. Your brain's repair system doesn't stop. It simply changes how it works. Think of your body like a high-performance engine that's been running for decades. The structure is still strong, but it now needs a different kind of care and attention. If you continue using the same habits you followed in your 20s or 30s, your system slowly becomes less efficient. This doesn't mean your body is failing, it means it's adapting. And if you understand how to work with it, you can actually improve your memory, mental clarity, and overall cognitive health. In fact, research from the National Institute on Aging shows that targeted lifestyle changes can improve brain function significantly when applied consistently. The first thing most people get wrong is ignoring their sleep window. They believe that staying up late or sleeping only 5 to 6 hours is fine because they feel okay in the morning. But in reality, this slowly creates more stress inside the brain. During deep sleep, your body activates the glymphatic system, a kind of internal cleaning mechanism that flushes out toxic waste proteins linked to memory decline. When this process is disrupted, your brain's ability to retain and process new information becomes significantly reduced. Over time, this can lead to that persistent foggy feeling that many people mistakenly think is just part of aging. The good news is, the fix is surprisingly simple. By drinking a warm cup of Tart cherry juice about 30 minutes before bed, you naturally boost melatonin levels and support the deep sleep your brain desperately needs. Within days or weeks, you may begin to notice improvements in your recall, mood, and morning energy. The second habit involves how you start your morning. Most people reach for strong coffee immediately after waking, before their body has had a chance to rehydrate after 8 hours without water. While caffeine isn't the enemy, this pattern creates a spike in cortisol, your stress hormone, that can actually interfere with memory formation throughout the day. Inside the brain, elevated cortisol shrinks the hippocampus, the region most directly responsible for memory. When this happens, your ability to form new memories and retrieve stored ones becomes noticeably weaker. Over time, chronic morning cortisol spikes can accelerate age-related cognitive changes that most people assume are inevitable. The simple fix is to drink a large glass of water with a squeeze of lemon first thing in the morning, waiting at least 90 minutes before having your coffee. This small shift allows your cortisol to naturally peak and decline before caffeine enters the picture, leaving your memory sharper for the entire day. The third habit is one that affects almost everyone over 50, and very few doctors talk about it directly. Most people are chronically low in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, which makes up a significant portion of the brain's actual structure. When DHA levels drop, the communication between brain cells slows down, synaptic connections weaken, and information processing becomes noticeably sluggish. This biological process is behind much of what people experience as senior moments. The good news is, your body responds quickly when you give it what it needs. By adding a daily tablespoon of flaxseed or consuming fatty fish like sardines 3 to 4 times per week, you begin rebuilding the brain's cellular membranes. Many people report improvements in word retrieval and mental sharpness within 4 to 6 weeks of consistently supporting their omega-3 levels through food and drink. The fourth point is about blood sugar, something most people associate with diabetes but rarely connect to their memory. When blood sugar spikes and crashes repeatedly through the day, especially from ultra-processed snacks and sugary drinks, the brain experiences a kind of fuel instability. It becomes harder to focus, harder to recall, and harder to think through complex problems. Over time, this cycle creates what researchers describe as insulin resistance in the brain, which has been directly linked to increased risk of cognitive decline. The solution is not about eliminating carbohydrates entirely. It's about stabilizing your blood sugar through simple, strategic choices. Drinking a glass of water mixed with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar before your two largest meals has been shown in several small studies to blunt blood sugar spikes. This allows your brain to operate on a steady, reliable fuel supply rather than the exhausting highs and lows that slowly wear it down. The fifth habit may surprise you because it has nothing to do with what you eat or drink. It's about stillness. Chronic low-grade stress, the kind that quietly runs in the background of daily life, floods your body with stress hormones that directly damage the parts of the brain responsible for memory consolidation. Most people over 50 carry this tension without even realizing it, and their brains are paying a significant price. The good news is that even short periods of intentional breathing or mindfulness, as little as 10 minutes in the evening, have been shown to measurably reduce cortisol and improve memory performance. By pairing this evening wind down with a cup of ashwagandha root tea, which has adaptogenic properties that help regulate the stress response, you are giving your brain a double layer of protection. People who adopt this habit consistently often describe sleeping more deeply and waking up feeling mentally clearer than they have in years. The sixth point, and this is the one most people overlook entirely, is about gut health. New research in the field of the gut-brain axis has revealed something remarkable. Roughly 90% of the serotonin your body produces is made in the gut, not the brain. The bacteria that live in your digestive system directly influence neurotransmitter production, inflammation levels, and even the health of your hippocampus. When your gut microbiome is imbalanced from years of antibiotics, processed food, or chronic stress, your brain literally receives fewer of the chemical signals it needs to maintain sharp memory and stable mood. Drinking a small glass of kefir or a serving of kombucha each evening introduces beneficial bacteria that begin to restore this communication pathway. Within weeks, many people notice not just improved memory, but reduced anxiety and a greater sense of mental calm that they hadn't experienced in years. You see, none of these habits work in isolation. Your body functions as a complete system where each small action influences the other. When you support deep sleep with Tart cherry juice and combine it with morning rehydration and further reinforce it with omega-3 support, blood sugar stability, stress reduction, and gut health, you create a powerful internal environment where your brain can finally start repairing itself efficiently. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about consistently giving your body the right signals every single day. And finally, the most important point is your gut-brain connection. This is often ignored because most people don't even realize how profoundly their digestive health shapes their mental performance on a daily basis. But once you understand this, everything starts to make sense. The brain fog, the mood dips, the memory gaps. Your body is not your enemy. It's your partner. It wants to heal. It wants to feel strong again. Now tell me, which of these points surprised you the most? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments.